Once upon a time, in a small rust-colored town that smelled of oil and rain, there lived a boy named Luca Wren. He was born with a spinal condition that left him walking unevenly, each step a battle against gravity. The world was not kind to him. Kids whispered when he passed. Adults looked away with pity disguised as kindness.
So slow.
His father, once an aircraft mechanic, had filled their tiny garage with the bones of old machines, stripped wings, bent metal, gears that no longer turned. Luca loved that place. It smelled like dreams that had tried too hard and crashed anyway. While others saw broken junk, he saw potential, the anatomy of flight waiting to be reborn. He would run his hands across a rusted wing and whisper, "You almost made it." The dream wasn't about escaping the ground. It was about proving that even broken things could rise again.
That kid thinks
When
he's
Luca turned
building a
14,
spaceship.
doctors told him he'd need crutches forever. "You should focus on what's realistic," they said. "Dreams like that will only hurt you." But the word realistic felt like a cage. That night, while the world slept, he hobbled into his father's old workshop, lit a lantern, and began sketching on cardboard. His hands moved like they remembered something his body didn't. The lines curved like feathers, the shapes balanced like hope. Each drawing was a promise. One day, he would fly. For months, he scavenged the scrapyard, collecting aluminum scraps, bicycle parts, and rusted hinges. People laughed when they saw him dragging piles of metal home. "You can't even climb stairs, and you want to fly?" they'd shout. Luca would smile faintly and say nothing. Doubt was loud, but purpose was louder. He spent every night hammering, welding, and burning his fingers until the garage filled with the hum of creation. His walls were covered in blueprints and small failures, but his heart never cracked. He knew that real faith isn't loud. It's the quiet decision to try again tomorrow. Months turned into a year. The wings began to take shape. Not graceful like a bird's, but mechanical, raw, stitched together with screws and stubbornness. They were ugly, but they were his. He built a harness from an old climbing belt and attached pistons powered by compressed air tanks from an abandoned welder. He tested them in secret, flapping awkwardly in the backyard at dawn, each lift barely an inch, but still a victory. He recorded every attempt, analyzing angles and airflow like a scientist, his face lit with the reflection of his father's old lantern. His mother watched from the window sometimes, tears mixing with pride. When the Maple County Fair was announced, the same fair where his classmates performed and vendors laughed, Luca made a decision. He signed up under a single word: flight. When they saw his name on the board, laughter filled the air again. "He'll break his neck," someone muttered. But Luca wasn't trying to impress them anymore. He wasn't even trying to prove them wrong. He just wanted to prove himself right. The day of the fair came with sunlight sharp enough to cut. The field was crowded. Laughter, music, the smell of popcorn and sawdust. Luca stood near the main stage, wings strapped tight to his back, the aluminum glinting under the sky like armor. The crowd gathered in disbelief. Some held their phones, ready to record failure. The mayor offered a polite smile and whispered to an aide, "This will be short." Luca looked at the small hill that served as his runway, the grass whispering beneath his crutches. His heart pounded, but not from fear, from the unbearable beauty of trying. He positioned himself, took a slow breath, and started moving forward, each step a defiance against gravity's laughter. He pressed the trigger, and the pistons hissed. Air exploded through the mechanisms. The wings shuddered, then opened wide. For a heartbeat, he was still on the ground. Then the world tilted. The crowd gasped. Dust spiraled under his feet, his crutches fell away, and Luca Wren lifted off the earth. It wasn't high, only 10, maybe 12 feet, but it was enough to silence years of mockery, enough to erase the word realistic from his story. The wings caught sunlight, reflecting it across the fairgrounds like shattered gold. His mother cried openly. His father gripped the fence, whispering, "That's my boy." Luca tilted, landed roughly, rolled once on the grass, and lay there laughing through tears. The world around him erupted, not in laughter, but in awe. The boy who couldn't even climb stairs had flown. The phones that came to record his fall had captured his ascent instead. In that moment, every bruise, every scar, every sleepless night in the garage became worth it.